Hello. The Great Fire of London. Hi there. How are you doing?
Fine.
Hello, back again. Familiar face. I think you've chalked up more lessons on verbling than anybody.
Maybe.
Okay, great. How many lessons have you been to today?
Just one.
Just one? Good. Irene, hi. Hello, Irene. Welcome back. Can't hear you though. Hello. And Abdullah, hi.
Yes, hi, hello.
Hello there.
Yes,
Can everybody hear me well?
yes,
Yes.
great.
Yeah, because some people I can't hear very well. Right, so now we're going to have a look at this text about the Great Fire of London, and we're going to maybe come across some new words, for some of us anyway. So has anybody heard anything about this historical event? Who knows all about this? The Great Fire of London.
I have read.
Hello there. Hi.
Hello. Hi. I have read that the fire began on a bakery. In 2 of September, September 2.
The 2nd of September. Well, I don't know the date, but if you know the date, that's amazing.
Yes, in 1666.
1666. I wouldn't even remember that. I knew it was that time because there was a famous diarist. A man kept a diary at that time, and it was quite popular later because he kept a good diary and recorded some interesting things. And lots of interesting things happened in his life there, and this is one of them. Do you know the man I mean? Who knows a man who kept a diary about these things?
No, I don't remember.
His name's Samuel. Samuel Pepys.
Oh no.
And he wrote a diary which you can read today, and it's very interesting because lots of interesting things happened at that time. So it started in a bakery. Why did it cause so much damage? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Maybe wood.
Is it possible for a fire to cause so much damage today, do you think, in a city?
Because the houses were made of wood. No?
I'm sure that's an important factor. The houses were made of wood, yes. What are houses made of today?
Cement.
Concrete.
Concrete, cement.
Cement, yes.
Yes. Metal.
Metal.
Glass.
Glass.
You don't hear so many fires. You don't hear about so many fires today as there were in the past. There have been some big fires. Have you had a big fire in your city ever?
No.
Usually in forests.
Yes.
In summer we have we may have some big fires, but in cities, no, not very big. Maybe some little things, not very big.
Yes, these days on the news we hear more about forest fires, particularly in places like Australia. And they're quite interesting too, because some people say that they have special reasons as well for existing. So we're going to look at the Great Fire of London, and I'm going to go to Abdullah. Can you just give me a sound check, please, Abdullah?
Oh, yes.
Because I can't really hear you.
Yes,
Maybe you won't be able to read. Yeah, you're too quiet. We need more sound from you, really.
okay.
Is there anything you can do?
Yes, it's better or not?
It's very faint. I can hardly hear you. So I think that I'll leave you with it for a moment. Try to get your sound a bit louder and then read a bit later. Now,
It's better now or?
it's not really better. It's very faint, distant. I can hear you if it's really quiet, but we need more sound, really. Adriana, are you there? Try and fix the sound, Abdullah, and then we'll come back to you in a moment.
Yes.
Adriana, you're not there, are you? Okay, so next is Dia. Dia.
Yes, I'm here.
Dia Nazal.
Yes.
Oh, you're both here. Adriana, are you here?
I'm Dia.
Okay, great. So, yeah. I'm trying to hear everybody, but some of the sound is a bit low.
Can you hear me?
Yes, dear, I can hear you now. Can you see the text on the screen?
Yes, sure.
So, please start to read about the Great Fire of London. And I will interrupt you after a while, but you start the text and we'll see how it goes. So, from The City in Flames.
The city in flames, the Great Fire of London, a major conflagration that swept through the central parts of London from Sunday to September to Wednesday, 5th of September 1666, was one of the major events in the history of England. The fire
Yeah, can I just say something there? That first of all, we have an interesting word here, which we don't see every day, conflagration. I don't use that word. It's quite an unusual word. Okay, so it's about this kind of situation, a big fire like this, conflagration. When you read the dates, I would read through the dates. When you see dates in text, you can add your own prepositions. So that's quite usual. And the ordinal numbers, I mean first, second, third. So when you see dates, they're not always written in full words, but you should read them putting in something like the 2nd of September to Wednesday the 5th of September, the 5th of September. That's how I would read it. It's quite normal to add in prepositions and ordinal numbers to dates when you read it. So could you just read on there, please?
Okay. The fire gutted the medieval city of London inside the old Roman city wall.
Okay, here, can you say this word before city? How do you say that word before city?
Medieval.
Yeah, medieval.
Medieval.
You said medieval. You need to say medieval. Different stress.
Okay, medieval city.
Yeah, that's it, medieval. And if something is gutted, what happens? Could you put that into another word? Other words? Verken, what do you think?
Initiate.
Or take, maybe.
Well, gutting is taking out the main contents of something. So, for example, fish, when you prepare them, you take out the guts, the innards of the fish, so that you just serve meat. So if something is gutted, it takes out all of the center of it. So it's a bad thing to happen. It's damage, destroying the center, taking out the heart.
Like burnt down?
Burnt down, yes, it's quite serious. Gutted. Take out the heart of something. We're getting some echo. Watch your sound, please. So, Dia, can you do a bit more then?
Okay. It threatened but didn't reach the aristocratic district of Westminster, the modern West End, Charles L's Palace of Whitehall, and most of this.
Here, this one is a king. We would say Charles II's, so it's possessive, Charles II's palace.
Sorry. Charles II's palace. Okay. And most of the suburban slums. It consumed 13.
Do you know what that means, Dia? Do you know that word slum?
Yes, the
What kind of housing?
The poor areas.
Yes, those kind of houses which may not be in very good condition. Slums. Sometimes they want to take away all the slums, clear them, knock them all down, and build new buildings. Right, let's move on. So, Helder, I just muted your mic, but if you can come back and could you read on, please? Hi there.
He's not here.
No, he's not here. He's gone. So we're over to Irene. Hi there, Irene.
Okay.
Irene, are you with us?
Yes, but
So,
or it consumes.
can you see the place? It consumed, yes.
Okay, it consumes 30,200 houses, 18,7 parish church, St. Paul's cathedral, and most of
How many churches? Because I heard church, but there's 87 parish churches.
churches.
A parish is a. What is a parish? Do you know this word?
No.
A parish is an area controlled by one church. So a cathedral is a bigger area, and inside the cathedral diocese they will have lots of smaller parishes. Some villages are like parishes, and each parish has one church, and the church covers an area which is quite small compared to a cathedral. So parishes.
Okay, parishes. And most of the buildings of the.
Let's go on then. Sorry, I can't hear you very well because the sound is a bit low. Does everybody have? Can everybody hear very clearly?
No.
No.
It's a bit low, isn't it? I don't know why.
It's about settings. Some microphones have low level of giving voice, conveying voice. So actually you can increase it, but you should know how to increase it. It's in recorded
I can't do it
devices
though from
settings.
here. Yes, I think they have to do it themselves. So
Yeah.
yes, Irene, it's a bit low. I wonder if you can try to increase the volume a bit. Yesterday you were louder. Let me move on a moment then to Furkan a moment. So would you carry on from St. Paul's Cathedral?
St. Paul's
Should have a capital
Cathedral.
P.
Okay, and most of the buildings of the city authorities. It is estimated that it destroyed the homes of 70,000 of the city's ca 80,000 inhabitants. The death toll from the fire is unknown, and it is traditionally thought to have been small, and only a few verified deaths were recorded. This reasoning has recently been challenged on the grounds that the deaths of poor and middle-class people were not recorded anywhere, and that the heat of the fire may have cremated many victims, leaving no recognizable remains.
Great, okay then. So now what I'd like to do with this first paragraph, I'd like you to choose one of those words, maybe one of the highlighted words, or any word you like. Find an interesting word, and then I want you to describe that word in different ways without saying the word, and everybody will try to say which word you are speaking about. But before you do, while you're looking for one of those words, I noticed that some of your TH sounds are not pronounced quite as a th. So authorities, for example. Can you just say that word for me? Authority.
Authorities.
Yeah, you do. You can do it. Sometimes you just skip it. Sometimes. So I noticed that some of the words you were doing it, and sometimes not. Right. So choose a word. Choose any word which is interesting for you in the first paragraph, and then just try speaking about it.
Without saying that word.
Without saying the word, yes, like in taboo.
Okay. People who are living in some place.
Inhabitants.
Right, do another one then.
Okay.
One more.
The number of something. Especially used with that.
I'm still looking. So it means the number of something.
Is it one of them highlighted?
I'm looking for the.
Yes.
It is one of the highlighted words, and it means. It actually means the number of something.
It must be.
I don't see any word there which is speaking about the number of something. Does anybody?
No.
Are you sure it's the word itself means something about the number of something? Or does
Okay, okay, I found it. The death toll.
Ah, the toll. Yes, the toll. I see. It's sneaky. It's a very small word on the side there. Yes, the death toll. Toll. You know that word toll can be used in a different situation.
Yes, in the motorways.
Yeah, what is it then?
To pay, you have to pay an amount of money to pass in the motorway or something.
Yes, and actually it could be used not just with a motorway, but another word, and that reminds me of a kind of vocabulary quiz which I like to do, which is called an association. Let me show you an example. I'm going to write in the Verbling chat some words, and I want you to give me the associated word. Can you see my 3 words?
Yes.
So, what is the associated word? One word associates with all of them.
Suspension,
Toll, suspension, and draw. So one word collocates with all of these words.
Toll, it's suspension, plan.
Now, we spoke about a toll being collected on a motorway or autobahn or something like this. Maybe not an autobahn, but in France maybe. Now, what other places collect money before you cross?
Um,
I'll give you a clue. The last one, draw, is quite close to the Tower of London.
the bridge.
Yes. So what are they? Can you explain? Can you take me through the three associations there?
Drawbridge.
A drawbridge.
Tall bridge, yes.
Drawbridge, for example. The Tower Bridge is a drawbridge. What is a drawbridge?
Bridge that can open and close.
So draw here is pulling.
Yeah.
Because they pull and it lifts the bridge open. So that's called a drawbridge. What is a suspension bridge? There's a famous one in Clifton, near Bristol.
Having to be.
Oh, like
Suspension
in
means...
California.
Yeah, they're all over the world. There are some bridges which follow this kind of design all over the world. You know, actually, we've discovered in the last 10 years that there is a problem with these bridges, that they may only last about 100 years because all of the cables have a problem developing in them which is almost impossible to fix. And they were saying on the BBC that we are starting to find this problem in Britain, but they might find this problem all around the world, but a little bit later. And some of the bridges, maybe even the Golden Gate Bridge, in 20 years may have to come down, which is sad. But who knows? They might find a solution. So suspension bridge and toll bridge, that's an association. Okay, now let's go to another person. So, Servet, can you choose one of the words in paragraph 1?
Okay.
And describe it for us to guess.
Okay, very big fire.
Ooh.
Conflagration.
Yes.
Yes. Do another one, please, and this time be a little bit more cagey. You know, just explain it and dangle the carrot a little bit more so that we don't get the main information straight away. So see if you can draw one out a little bit longer and give some more information about it. Let's try. One more, please.
Okay. 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 It's a term that describes people who have average income or social
Middle
degree.
class.
It was a little obvious, but correct.
Middle class. Okay, let me try one and see if I can actually make it a little bit more difficult. It's difficult to make it difficult because there's such a limited choice here. So I'll try. Maybe I will choose a word which is not highlighted. Let's have a look. Yes, I will find one. This is some kind of way of thinking about something. It's a process of thought, maybe where you reach a conclusion.
Aristocratic.
Aristocratic is speaking about some kind of upper class people.
So that is.
Not traditionally thought. I'm looking for another word which is describing a process of thought, maybe reaching a certain conclusion. And it's not highlighted. So another form of this word can be used.
Estimate.
Estimate is really not my word. Estimate would be more like, well, we know, more like to make a guess about how big something is, or to judge how big it is. But no, I'm speaking about a process of thought and some kind of logical argument or something like that. And one form of this word can be used to tell why something happens. Because. It's near the end.
Reasoning.
Reasoning, yes. I've got some noise here. Who's got the radio on in the background or something? It's very noisy.
Abdullah.
Yeah, Abdullah. Right. So, okay, that's quieter now. Reasoning, yes, reasoning was mine. Let's move on to paragraph 2 now. I'll just push it up a bit and maybe expand. Whoops, there we are. Is that paragraph 2? There we are. It's a bit bigger. So now let's go back. Helder, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yeah. May I?
So would you take over paragraph 2, please?
Yes. Pudding Lane. The fire started at the bakery of Thomas Fariner on Pudding Lane shortly after midnight on Sunday, 2 September.
Stop, please. Now, remember, when we read dates, we don't generally say 2 September. Yeah, and we add in the 2nd of September.
Yeah, 2nd of September. And
hello? Lost him. Okay, well, I hope he comes back. Lost him there. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've lost him there. So, Irene, you'll have to carry on. So, 2nd of September.
2nd of September?
Irene, can you read on from 2nd of September?
Yeah. You listening to me?
Yes,
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Listening to me.
To me, okay, sorry. 2nd of September. It spread rapidly around London. The use of the major firefighting technique of the time.
Major.
Major.
Do you know these two words? Mayor of London is with a Y, mayor, and major with a J. Mayor, major.
Major. Firefighting technique.
So.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I was saying continue. Okay, go on then.
Firefighting technique of the time. The creation of 5 weeks by means of demolitions was critical delayed due to the indecisiveness.
Okay, critically and indecisiveness. So now, and technique. Can I have that word technique?
Critically delayed.
No, I've lost you. I'm losing you again. We've got some sound problems today, I'm afraid. Irene, can you say hello?
Sorry, can you repeat the word indecisiveness?
Indecisive. Decisive is the key word here, and this is indecisiveness. So this is a noun of being not very decisive. Indecisiveness.
Indecisiveness.
Yeah, that was perfect. It's a nice nurse at the end, like not a ness, but indecisiveness, yes.
Indecisiveness of the Lord of London. Sir Thomas Bloodworth.
Yeah, so we have mayor and major.
Major.
And echo.
Sir Thomas Bloodworth. By the 10 large-scale demolitions were ordered on Sunday night, the wind had already fanned the bakery fire into a firestorm with defeat such measures. The fire pushed north on Monday into the heart of the city. Order in the street broke down as a rumors arose of suspicious foreigners setting fires.
Okay, let me stop you a moment. I want to give you some words to read out. We read that one. Now, whoops, I'm losing the text. Okay, so by the time large-scale demolitions were ordered on Sunday night, the wind had already fanned the bakery fire into a firestorm which defeated such measures. The fire pushed north on Monday into the... How do we read this word?
Heard.
No, you're saying this word. You're saying this word. The word
Heart.
here sounds like... The vowel sound needs to be like this, but this word has a sound like bird. So hurt, bird. But we need one like car.
Heart.
Heart. Yes, the heart of the city. The heart of the city. Okay. Let me go on now to... Before we start playing the word games, I want to see if Jose is here. Jose, are you here? No. And we're not getting... Selma, are you here, Selma?
Yes.
Great. So, can I ask you to read on from the heart of the city?
Which line?
Order in the streets.
Okay. Order in the streets broke down as rumors arose of suspicious.
Rumors arose. Rumors arose.
Rumors arose of suspicious foreigners setting fires. The fears of the homeless.
Yeah, that was good. When you said, Irene, listen to the way she read foreigners. Foreigners. That was good. So, okay, carry on. The fears.
The fears of the homeless focused on the French and
Focused on. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Focused on the French and Dutch.
That's Dutch. Dutch. The Dutch people from Holland. The Dutch.
On the French and Dutch.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
England's enemies in the ongoing Second Anglo-Dutch War. The substantial...
Irene, there's a bit of noise there. Just for a moment. Okay, sorry, carry on, please. Selma.
Okay, teacher. These substantial immigrant groups became victims of lynchings and street violence.
Great, good.
Should I carry on?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just having a few problems with the sound settings here. We've got a lot of echo in the room, and I'm trying to keep it quiet as much as possible. I know it's a difficult time at the moment with the connection's not so good, and we're getting echo problems. So, okay, so where are we? We're ongoing Second Anglo-Dutch War. These substantial immigrant groups became victims of... What's that word there? Can you see that word? Victims of...
Lynchings.
Lynchings. Do you know what that is, Selma?
No, teacher.
Lynchings are very nasty things, really. Who can tell me what lynchings are?
Like
hostilities.
As a group, if you fight someone to hurt someone, it is like
a group of people hurt somebody or do something to somebody. They're usually taking the law into their own hands. Have you heard this expression about taking the law into your own hands?
Like vigilante?
Like a vigilante, exactly. So it's not good when it's really, when there's a lot of civil unrest and people are angry with a group of people who are causing trouble, or who they think are causing trouble, they may do this. Became victims of lynchings and street violence. So I just want somebody to read on from on Tuesday. So, Servet, can you go on now?
Yes. On Tuesday, the fire spread over most of the city, destroying St. Paul's Cathedral and leaving the river fleet to threaten Charles II's court at Whitehall.
Give him a the, because we say Henry VIII, Charles II, Elizabeth I. Always put a the in, even if it's not. When we read English, sometimes the prepositions and articles are actually missing from certain things. Yeah. And here we never write the after the king, we just put the number. But he's Charles II, and it's Charles II's court, okay?
To threaten Charles II's court at Whitehall while coordinating firefighting efforts were simultaneously mobilizing. The battle to quench the fire is considered to have been won by two factors. The strongest east winds died down, and the tower of the London garrison used gunpowder to create effective fire breaks to halt further spread eastward.
Great reading, that was nice, that was good. Now I'm going to do the first word, which is not highlighted, and it means to maybe subdue something, or maybe to prevent it from having, keep it down, usually with water. It can also be used for your thirst. You can do something with your thirst to mean satisfy. So actually you can speak about your thirst as a fire. I'm really parched at the moment. I'm very thirsty. I need something to bump my thirst.
Quench.
Quench. Yes. So quench. So now, if I wanted to make an association, then I would use the word thirst for the thirst, and I will look for some other words to join up and add to my associations, which we're going to do. We'll try and do a few associations. So now, Servet, can you do the next one? Pick a word, please, and try to describe it.
Something that the police is investigating about. It's an adjective. It's highlighted.
Yes. Before you go on, I see somebody speaking about the word quench in the text. Remember that some words can have different meanings in different contexts. This is why we have to learn a word with its associations and other words that go with it, not just one word, because I can't say quench means to satisfy. What I can say is quench sometimes in the context of thirst means to satisfy. But I don't, if I quench a fire, I don't satisfy the fire. Quite the opposite. So the fire that inside my throat, which makes me thirsty, is being taken away by quenching it. I am satisfied. So the word quench works differently with a fire. And so you have to think about how words are used in context always. And it's not good to say this means this. You have to think about situations sometimes and context. So, Servet, can you say that again, please, your word?
Okay. It's an adjective. The adjective is used to describe something that possibly is being questioned by the police.
Suspicious.
Yes.
Suspicious minds, yeah. Okay, good. And so now it's back to you then, Furkan, and I'd like you to do the next one.
Something's happening at the same time.
Simultaneously.
Yes.
Simultaneous, yes. I was looking at coincidences yesterday, things that happen together, but that simultaneous is much better. And I've got echo again. Adriana, muting you for now. So, yeah, sorry, we have to keep the sound down. It just isn't good when it's too noisy here. So now, Helder, can you do one?
Yeah, yes. I don't understand the word swept. You know,
swept sounds like the past tense of sweep.
Yes, in the first paragraph. In the first paragraph.
Okay, Pudding Lane. The fire started at the bakery of Thomas Fariner on Pudding Lane shortly after midnight on Sunday, the 2nd of September. And it spread rapidly around London. I'm looking for the word. The use of the major firefighting technique of the time, the creation of fire breaks by means of demolition, was critically delayed due to the indecisiveness of the Lord Mayor of London. Where is this swept? The wind.
No. It was in the first paragraph.
Oh, okay. Well, sweep is a verb.
Yeah.
It can be a noun, because a person who sweeps chimneys can be a chimney sweep. But sweep is what you do with a broom. Do you know when you have a broom or a brush, you could sweep the floor?
Yeah. To clean.
Yeah, and swept can be to clear away.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So can you do one of the words from paragraph 2?
Yes. By the time, large scale. What was
the word before scale? Say that again before scale.
Scale.
Large scale.
Big.
Do you mean
big
large scale?
Big.
Big, large scale.
But
yes, I see the word. I think it's an adjective. I think
it's substantial.
Substantial, yes.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, substantial means that we. Yes, often it means it's large. It depends on the context again. Sometimes it can be a little bit less than very large, but we have to notice it. We have to.
And another word is fanned. Fanned the bakery. Fanned.
Fanned is a verb. To fan something. Well, it's what a fan does. You know, when you have an air conditioning system and a fan.
Yes.
Keeps,
I know. Okay.
So fanned is to just blowing.
Yes.
You know, when a fire is raging, there's a lot of air movement.
Yes, I know.
Sometimes if the firemen break open a door, it blows in very quickly.
Yeah.
Can I ask
so fanning is
What is fire breaks?
A fire break is an obstacle in the way of the fire. So actually, sometimes when it's in the context of fires, the obstacle is actually a space. So really, it's taking away things to make an obstacle. Because, you know, if you look more in Germany than in the UK, if you look at the forests in some European countries, you do see it in Britain as well, but I've seen it more in Germany. They have channels in the forest where there are no trees. Have you seen this?
Yes, I think.
And why do they do that?
To get in the forest to stop the fire.
I think that's one reason. I think another reason is to get their equipment round.
Yes.
Yes, it's a fire break. So a wind break would be a structure. Sometimes they're used on beaches when it's windy on the beach. Because one advantage of pebbles. Does anyone know what a pebble is? Pebble.
Oh.
Paddle. Paddle?
Pebbles are found on Dover Beach and other beaches. I collect them. They're very interesting stones.
No.
And they're round on the on the beach. Well, if you eat sandwiches on that kind of beach,
yes,
you don't get sand in them.
Yeah, okay, yeah, pebbles.
But if you're on a sandy beach in the wind, you get sand blowing everywhere, and you might have a windbreak, which is a kind of material with poles and sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But a fire break is different. So let's move on to the next paragraph then, after the fire. So I want to see who has been quiet and who we've had a few problems. Right, we're down in number at the moment a bit. Adriana, are you there? Whoops, no, can't find her. All right, I think it's back to you then, Furkan. It's a short one, so let's just finish off and then we'll go to some vocabulary.
Okay. The social and economic problems created by the disaster were overwhelming. Evacuation from London.
Evacuation.
Okay. Evacuation from London and settlement elsewhere were strongly encouraged by Charles II, who feared a London rebellion amongst the dispossessed refugees. Despite numerous radical proposals, London was reconstructed on essentially the same street plan used before the fire.
Yeah, that was a very good reading. Really good. Your pronunciation is excellent, and your grammar knowledge is good too, so that's well done. Okay, so here, could you choose a word for us and describe one of the words?
Okay, the person or the thing that changed something completely a different way.
One radical.
Yeah.
Radical. Where, and can anybody give me other words which might go with radical as a word pair? Radical what? Radical what? It's an adjective. What noun might be seen quite often?
Radical decisions.
I was thinking of that same one actually just now. Radical decision, yes. Radical decision, that's good. Okay.
Radical aims.
And what was that one?
Aims. Goals.
Say again?
Goals.
Radical aims. Yes.
Or goals.
Yes. And evacuation. Now, that word might go with another word. Can anyone find a word which might join, might marry with evacuation? Shall I give you one? If maybe in a minute I will. Can anyone find any word which sits together with evacuation? Evacuation could be a kind of adjective as well. It could be a noun. We could put it first with a word and afterwards.
Evacuation in a hurry.
For example, speedy evacuation or evacuation procedure. Could you give me one?
Evacuation of studies.
Studies.
Evacuation of studies. That leaves me thinking. I think you need to explain it. So when we need to explain words, then I think they are not joining together so convincingly. Some words join together and they immediately shout to us and they tell us something. And
emergency evacuation.
Sometimes. Pardon?
Emergency evacuation.
Emergency evacuation, that's a really good one, yes. So those two words I would say collocate. All words can go together generally. It's very difficult to find two words which just can't go together. So when we speak about collocations, we have this situation. Some words, like magnets, they click together and they really love each other and they join together, like emergency evacuation. Definitely. When you say those words, just the two words, your mind is filled with the exact situation. So they really join together. Sometimes two words together don't connect. They're like the poles of a magnet which are the same. So opposite poles of a magnet attract, but similar poles or like poles do something else. What do they do?
Repels.
Opposites attract, but they
repels.
Repel, yes, they repel. And so sometimes two words really push each other away because they don't make sense together. You need lots and lots of explanation, or you need to force them. If you're very strong, you can get two magnets and you can push the two north poles together. Even though they repel, you overcome that. And you can do that with words as well. But when you say emergency evacuation, those two words just click together, don't they? That's what we call a collocation.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to finish off by giving you some associations. Hello there, Marie. Are you there? Can't hear you though. Let me just get my associations. Just a moment. One moment here. No, it's not working for me. Yes, it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Try again. Sorry, just a moment. Maybe I'll have to make them up because when I'm in the Hangout, the website always behaves a bit differently. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write some words down which associate with a word, and you have to find out what my key word is. So my first word is bun. My second word is bin. My third word is knife. So I've said bun, bin, and knife. Call out my word which is connected with these.
Like trash bin.
A trash bin works quite well. Trash bun doesn't work very well, does it? Trash knife, not so well. So I want a word which connects well with all of those.
Oh.
Is there a word that connects
Hello, teacher. I said handmade.
No.
You are muted, teacher.
We don't understand, teacher.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking for a word which collocates or connects with those words. Yeah. So not handmade. It's a basic. It's something which is very commonly found in most homes. So knife, bun, bin, bread. Good, that's right. Now, let's see if we can do another one. This one is room, holiday, book, teacher.
School.
school. Very good. That's right, school. Okay. I'm doing this from off the top of my head because I can't get to my questions that I've made up before. So I want somebody to give me a simple word.
Tea.
Tea? Did you say T-E-A?
Yes.
Okay, tea. So let's put down as many words as we can. Cup, pot, shop, leaf. Can you make some for me?
Tea bag.
Bag, good.
Brew.
Maybe rooms. Tea brew.
I mean,
yeah, tea brew is interesting because we do brew tea, but those words don't fall together so often, do they? And we're looking for a combination where the words come together. So I'm not going to type down, I'm not going to write brew, because we do brew tea, but we usually say, I'd like a nice brew, or I'd like a tea, but we don't say a tea brew. So I'm not going to put down brew. Right, somebody shout out another word, please. What about Marie? Can you shout me one?
Morning. Drink tea in the morning.
Another new word, a fresh word.
Okay.
Any word. Just
Sugar?
choose a word.
Sugar.
Any sugar. Okay, let's try sugar. So I'm going to write words, and I want everybody else to write words. Lump, bowl, daddy. Come on.
Water.
Cane. Yes, cane. Water, yes. Okay, great. So now let's, I'm going to call out a word, or anybody can call out a word. What about Helder? Can you do one, the last one maybe? Give me a word, please.
Bunch. Bunch.
Cube, yeah, cube. That was, sorry, Helder, what's your word?
Bunch.
Bunch?
Yeah.
You mean B-U-N, bunch?
C-H.
C-H. I haven't got your word still. Can you spell it loud for me?
Yeah, B-U-N-C-H.
Oh, I did have the word. Okay, bunch. Well, I can make phrases with bunch. For example, bunch of bananas. I can say wild bunch. What else?
Flower.
Bunch of
people.
flowers, though, isn't it? A bunch of flowers.
Can I say bunch of people?
A bunch of people, yes, but we're always going for a of here. A bunch of. So let's go for another word, because bunch is. I've got wild bunch. Maybe there are some others. I'll give you the last one then. We will have table. Not chair, because table, chair, it's like we're making a list. We're trying to find words which go together. Wooden table, that's good. Wooden table, how many can we do? Wooden table. Tablecloth. Clean table, nice. Tabletop.
Broken table.
Broken table, okay, we can put quite a few adjectives in front of it, and they go well, and they kind of collocate. Large table, tabletop, table, tablecloth, table.
What do you say for there are four like sticks that keeps the table higher?
Table legs. Table legs.
Yes, table legs. Same. Okay.
Table legs. Right, that's it then. So we'll do some more next time. Come along at 4 o'clock if you like to play chess.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'll see you in my next lesson.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.